Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. On the option. Picks up the first down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Running back searching for a hole. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Coming after him. Still on his feet.
Wow.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man on the outside. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On second down, wants to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And the Tigers
Not right now,
win
Kevin.
first and 10.
Not right now, baby. Say not right now.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, he'll fire. They're bringing heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on third down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's looking for a man on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Second down coming up. Motion from the offense. He wants to throw here on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Quarterback checking the play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Feeling some heat. Gets away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 20, he's got space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, the defense just spent a whole lot of energy, too. That was a long play. That developed and took time, and they were pursuing, and they weren't able to get him initially. So you got dudes huffing and puffing and sucking wind, and this offense all of a sudden down close to your goal line. You might want to...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisiana Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a pickup of aim opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The give to the back. The Wolverines will move the sticks. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the tailback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defenses have got to play with great eye discipline, especially when you're facing teams that will run the jet sweep. You've got to be able to locate the football extremely quickly, and defense did not do a good job of that.
Oh, it's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They're trying to get to it. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Coming after it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Fuck, man.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Missouri! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen.
Picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in.
Got a lot of running room. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another team look like that in the rest of this game.
He wants to pass it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A first down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
31, Michigan, 7.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Paul, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw it. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple of scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Wide receiver shows motion. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're facing a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
And they'll just try to kick it out of bounds to make sure that thing doesn't get run back. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception.
Going deep. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes That results in interception, so lucky that ball was incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. He breaks a tackle. Oh, spender fella, and he's loose. Oh, my, circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Brings up 2nd down.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Toss to the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going for it all. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. And he was looking for the pick six. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
He'll start this drive firing. Might be looking to run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get. You can play another day.
The back goes in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Pass to Sticks still on his feet. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And with another big play, he's over the 100-yard mark. And a lot of times when you look in the box score at the end of the game, whoever rushes for 100 yards, a lot of times they win the football game. This guy's been able to create big plays, and that's why his team's been successful on offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
It's now second down after the short completion. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure. But this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to take off. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Going up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Getting some heat. Finds his tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike pay dirt. He'll just keep slinging it. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Pressure coming. Escapes the sack. He'll try to do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The give. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Missouri 31, Michigan 17.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Now on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up the 2.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes the connection. At the 35, he's got room. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Robinson. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Wolverines are on the move.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan coming into this one.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabs it in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's looking to throw. Got it! They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He wants to throw it again. Using his legs to buy some time. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting the pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Swings it out to the flat. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I was ready for this 4th down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And the comeback is on.
Number 6.
So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by just 1 over Georgia Southern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to scramble. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll pull it down. Oh, they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a tough one to swallow, man. You got yourself in a position where you can go tie this football game. You're in a good spot. You're trying to move the ball down the field. Guys trying to make a play. Fumbles the football. Now you got to beg for the defense to somehow give you one more opportunity.
Offense getting set for first down. And the quarterback takes a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together.